Welcome back to the T-Bird podcast. This is the T-Bird coming at you on April 7th, 2025. And what a day it has been in the crypto markets and the markets as a whole. It is truly historic witnessing what is happening and the effects that we're seeing happening as a result of all the things that we're seeing happening in the US with Trump's tariffs and the impact that it's the direct and indirect effect that's happening on the global psychology of the market itself, inducing huge levels and potentially unprecedented levels of fear and uncertainty and doubt, which we're seeing, play itself out in the price action, the quite violent price action to the downside. So we're seeing Bitcoin sort of hovering at around the high 70s, sort of 77, 78K. Ethereum has dropped down to sort of around the 1500 range. We're seeing, pretty much the rest of most of the crypto market taking a massive beating at the moment. Hex and PulseChain getting hit. Most ecosystems getting hit, I think. In these crazy volatile times, it's always important for people to maintain composure and maintain a zoomed out perspective with regard to to really just understanding where we're at in the cycle, even though the cycle hasn't really played out in the same way it has in previous cycles. For example, we've seen strong evidence of a left translated cycle, which would imply that the topping out of Bitcoin cycle-wise has occurred much earlier than usual, being, what people are referring to as the local top, which was when Bitcoin hit around 108K-ish back in January, about 2.5 months ago or so. So even it's as the year is progressing further and further, it's becoming more and more evident that the possibility / probability of at the very least a solid topping out for the cycle itself has occurred. And so we're seeing crazy levels of emotional volatility, and in the context of numerology and astrology too, which is what I want to tie in to what's going on at the moment market wise, because the markets themselves are 100% ruled by the emotionality of the market participants. And right now, in case you're not aware, April 7th, 2025, the energy imprint of this day is the primary prevailing energy imprint is 11, and 11 is the number of emotion. So what that basically means is under 11 energy, overall, everyone is going to be more emotionally impacted and more emotionally volatile when 11 energy is dominant. So you're definitely seeing the resulting effects of emotional swings and extreme emotional volatility in this context to the downside, with regard to what we're seeing in the markets as well. And also with regard to utilizing the 11 energy, which is what people in the higher echelon of society want to capitalize on 11 energy by causing the maximum amount of fear and uncertainty in that 11 energy. So it's really important to always be keeping that in mind and understanding, how the impacts of what we're seeing in markets is in a lot of ways is driven by vibrational energy in the context of numerology and astrology. And in the context of astrology, we are in the snake year, and typically across history, you will see specifically in snake year energy, you will see huge amounts of changes, global shifts, cataclysmic shifts in what's going on in the macro, whether it's political, whether it's economic. Enormous amount of political and economic shifts tend to unfold in snake energy. And what's crazy is we're only 2 months into the snake year. The snake year began on the 29th of January. And so we're already seeing in a lot of ways the effects of the snake energy in what's happening worldwide, with crazy economic impacts, Trump getting in office, and all the things and all the policies and measures that have been implemented since Trump's been in office. It's getting pretty intense. And I think people, especially today in that 11 energy, people are really feeling the effects of that. So I'm just going to quickly now check out and see who's in the chat. We've got Hex Thailand. Thanks for dropping in. I recognize you from the Twitter sphere. Good morning. Thank you for subscribing. Really appreciate all the new subscribers that are coming through. It's definitely been very uplifting for me to see a really powerful backing of support for my new channel, and me really taking my informational output to a whole new level, with all the work that I've been putting into my Twitter informational output over the last few years. Love all my brothers and sisters in Thailand. He's buying the dip, man. Like this is potentially right now, in this very moment, this could definitely be a generational low that we're seeing take place, especially in the context of me gauging the market sentiment in in the Twitter world. Twitter being the crypto hub of the industry itself. I'm seeing and feeling the people who are generally very bullish, even in really bearish times, showing signs of capitulation, especially in the context of psychology and emotionality, which is a sign that serious, at least bottoms, but at least local bottoms are being formed across the board. So, which should be very encouraging for people, intelligent people, who understand the cyclical nature of how markets move, and the nature of reflexivity with regard to markets pricing in things in the future, or events in the future. I would say, for the most part, with what if people are moving into that a place of feeling really uncertain, feeling a lot of that fear, a lot of that psychological exhaustion from what they're seeing in the crypto markets, and not even just in the crypto markets. Stocks are getting hit hard. A lot of the risk on stuff in the financial world is taking a beating, and it doesn't look like it's going to be one of those overnight things where there's going to be some kind of V recovery. If there is going to be a short-term recovery, it's likely going to be U-shaped, which basically means that when the recovery happens, we're probably going to see some really uncomfortable sideways chop action in the prices before we start to see prices moving back up again. And in the context of Trump's tariffs and everything going, and the markets, the whole market's reaction to what Trump is doing in the macro and other elements, we're probably going to see a lot more pain, unfortunately, as April continues to unfold. But on the positive side of things, we are seeing there's going to be a lot of smart money on the sidelines who are going to seize this moment potentially as an amazing buying opportunity. Again, this channel is not about providing any financial advice. This is just me, being a source of educational output and entertainment output, and hoping I might entertain a few people out there with some of my content. So, but getting back to what I was just saying, generational buying opportunity for people who have the courage to zoom out and think in the context of long term. So let me just quickly go back to the chat. Thank you for coming through, Hex Thailand. Oh, wow. I'm seeing a bunch of really cool Hexicans coming through. Hex Force, getting ready to buy, waiting for some leg down. Yeah, so that's probably not a bad move. Just to allow the extreme downside in the short term that we're seeing, and the emotional reactivity from these market reactions to just organically just wash itself out. Maybe wait to see if it goes a little bit lower even before executing any moves, and seeing at least some kind of confirmation of local lows being formed before before making any big decisions. So that's probably a smart way to go. My man, Papa Bona, great to see you, brother, coming through. Yeah, here for the bullish scenario in the RH ecosystem. I hear you, man. There's still, for me, at least for me personally, no reason to get like too doom porn bearish, because we still have 9 months left of the cyclical bull mania year being in 2025. And I'm personally going to still be pushing really hard for the rest of this year at the very least, just in the context of my own energy and what I need to be doing in my personal circumstances. So I'm not going to be I'm going to be playing the bearish card. I'm not going to allow myself to be fixated in any kind of bearish mode to too strong of a degree. Just knowing where we are in the cycle, and even if it sort of reaches a certain point in 2025 where we start to see a powerful recovery, and we start to get some kind of bullish confirmations to the upside, and we start to get really strong bullish factors, this kind of bullish resurgence that I'm sort of loosely describing could actually happen in a very short window of time. And what I mean by that is, in the context of previous cycles, you had bull you had waves like of the bull market, waves of altcoin seasons stretch out for multiple months for like which I guess in certain crypto contexts you would still consider it to be like within a short time frame, but in this cycle, comparatively to previous cycles, we could actually see an alt season wave, potentially even one final alt season wave to the upside to happen in a really short period of time. And when I'm emphasizing really short, I'm talking a span of maybe 1 to 2 months where everything goes crazy. And then that basically would mark the top of the cycle officially. So it's hard to say like when something like that would actually take place. Would it be sort of Q3, or would it wait until like after a massive washout through all of Q2 and Q3, and then this unexpected final burst up to the upside that no one sees coming in Q4 to finish the cycle? Hard to say. But yeah, so it's getting pretty crazy. I hope everyone out there is doing all right. If you need to walk away from the price charts, you need to walk away from crypto for a short period of time, just to keep yourself level-headed. Find other things to do to keep yourself uplifted. Anything along those lines is a healthy way to go. So, I appreciate you, Papa. Keep doing what you do, and I love that you've been continuously consistent through the entire bear market, keeping spirits up, consistently pushing out more and more content on the channels that you're part of in the community. So and you've been an absolute pillar of support for the community in the context of security and safety with regard to crypto. So the community can't really ever thank you enough for everything that you've contributed over the years. My boy 43, good to see you, brother. Generational weights, 100%. My boy Runeski's also an Aussie Hexican I have great respect for. Yeah, man, I started up a YouTube channel, this YouTube account, back in mid-March. So it's nearly a month in. So it's still very new, testing the waters, and just doing what I can to expand out from my Twitter platform, which I've been building for years and years now. So thanks for dropping through. Everyone should be following Runeski's hardcore Aussie Hexican. He's made a really cool website as well, which enables you to calculate data and analytics relating to the Hex and the PulseChain ecosystem. Let's have a quick look. I might actually put that out there and just confirm what that website is so people can know. Can't remember it off the top of my head. Yeah, it's Pampi, Pampi.Versal, Vercel.app. People go into that, and it's a really crafty tool that definitely gives you a little bit of extra insight into how it gives you options of gives you optionality and insight into how to calculate potential future returns. Gives you an idea of the kind of liquidity that's in the PulseChain and Hex ecosystem at large, and how the thinness versus thickness of liquidity can affect price differently. And on that subject too, in the context of liquidity, liquidity has never been more thin for Hex and the PulseChain ecosystem and the Richard Hart tickers. So even though we're seeing what feels like endless sideways / downside prices in our ecosystem, not even mentioning what's going on in crypto at large, because our ecosystem has never been more thin, especially since PulseChain launched nearly 2 years ago. The market volatility to the upside will be that much more pronounced, with enough buy side with enough buy side with enough purchasing power that comes through on the bottoms here, so which is very bullish. So I think I'll keep this one short and sweet. Appreciate all the guys that have jumped through. My next stream won't be far off. I'm going to be keeping these consistent. If you guys appreciate what I do for the Hex and PulseChain ecosystem, you've got my Twitter handle right here, x.com/TheRealTBirdHex. That's where you'll get all my crypto updates, and all my latest content, whether it's associated with my YouTube channel, the content that I'm putting out through here. My focus is primarily on crypto and numerology and astrology, and not necessarily them in isolation, but also how they synergize with each other as well. And I like to also incorporate philosophical content with my channels as well. So again, thank you for all your support. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and all the people coming through on my Twitter account, boosting my reach out is always appreciated. And I will see you guys all the next one. Peace.